Another good-looking day here in the summer in Southern Ontario. This is the Sportsline Podcast on the CHCH and Parrot TV platforms. Always appreciate you watching or listening. I'm Bubba O'Neill. Folks, when we began taking entries for our inaugural CHCH Rising Star Athlete of the Month, I expected it to be well received. Well, folks, you blew us away. Most expected our inaugural winner to hail from the ice, hardwood, gridiron, or pitch, but this rising star is someone who's no stranger to the Martindale waterways in Port Lucie. Out of Eden High School, this member of the St. Catharines Rowing Club has made her mark on the provincial, national, and international level. But what makes this athlete so unique is her abilities off the water. She utilizes her skills as a coach and volunteer in the community. So pleased to welcome our Rising Star Athlete of the Month for August. Isabella, thank you for joining us on the Sportsline Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad you're here. I mean, it took us a little time to figure out the schedules and get it all going, but I'm glad that you're here. Look, I got to start right away because it kind of clued in just today when we were setting up the podcast that, well, the Royal Canadian Henley has just happened for this year. How'd you do?
We did pretty well, actually. Not our best results at the regatta, but I think we grew as a team and we really connected on the water. We ended up coming third and fifth. So
now you compete in a number of levels. I see that you do some fours and some twos, the doubles, I guess.
Yes.
What's your specialty?
My favorite boat is a pair. So it's two people in a boat and you each have one oar sweeping. And I just like, because you really connect with the other person in the boat, you really feel the boat together and it's a lot of teamwork. But other than that, probably a four. My favorite two boats, yeah.
Look, I'm going to ask you a question here because it's such an amazing thing. And yeah, I can think about the regular sports because, you know, and I say regular sports, I say this with a little asterisk as well, too, that the ones that we kind of grow up just liking immediately. First of all, who falls in love with being in a boat? How did this all happen?
It was mostly my mom and my brother who got me into it. My mom rowed in university, well, in high school and throughout university as well. She went to Princeton. And then my older brother rows for Western right now. So I just kind of grew up with rowing in the household. My mom would leave every morning and I'd be like, where are you going? She's like, to the rowing club, going to practice. So, and then I started volunteering at the rowing club when I was probably 7 or 8. And then I did that for quite a few years. And you just get to know the community there. Right. I mean, like, I know everyone down there right now. It's great. You just go down there and you say, hey, like, I know you. How are you doing?
It's your community.
Yeah, exactly.
Was there anything else? Like when you were on the come up, when you were growing up, you're still growing up. I mean, was there something else that, you know, pulled you, another sport? Was it rowing 100%?
No, I did so many sports growing up. I was in dance for probably 9 years. And then I did swimming in high school. I really loved that because I was doing triathlon for a while. So swimming really called to me. And then I did basketball. I played travel basketball for a while and then stopped in high school when I found rowing. But it kind of all led me to rowing, you know, like just, I loved being in the water when I was swimming. And so rowing was kind of the place for me.
Was there any of those sports that you played previously or participated in previously that transferred to the boat?
I think the endurance that comes with training for triathlons really helped me to sort of stick to rowing and like stick through the hard times and, you know, like all those hard workouts. You really just like reflect on doing triathlons and how hard it is. And yeah.
Well, I would think to get to your level of achievement and where you've been at this early part of your career requires a lot of different things. I'm going to ask you this question. I ask a lot of athletes this question. Obviously that you're submerged in the sports and you're doing all the things. Was there a point, and please take this the right way, was there a part that, or a point, and if you can describe it to me, we were like, I'm pretty good at this?
Yeah, you know, I think it was summer after grade 10. My double partner and I were we had just won our like school nationals. And then we were going into the summer. We're training in the double every day. And we were looking forward to Henley. And Henley was a big moment for us because that's like, you always look forward to your Henley, like your first Henley gold. It's a big sort of thing at the rowing club for us. We have like an end of season award ceremony, and you get a special pin if you win Henley for the first time. And it's really exciting. So I think summer after grade 10, when we finally won the double, it was a big moment for us. It was like such a scary race, but we did it. And that's when I sort of realized like I could go somewhere with this. And that's when universities started like reaching out to me. So that was a big moment in my career, I think.
People are starting to learn a little bit about you. That's a pretty cool feeling, I'm sure. You know, what kind of commitment does it take? I mean, your age, I'm just speaking for myself. Parties, drinking, school, hanging out with the boys. And I played, football. But football was such a small part of the year. Your year is much longer and bigger as well, too. What kind of commitment does it take? I mean, because I'm sure there's some sacrifice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a year-round sport. So, like in the winter, you're training inside on the rowing machines, or we call them the ergs. And then fall, you're training outside. It's a little chilly. We actually train in the winter until ice covers the pond. So, I mean, however cold that gets, as long as you can row, you'll go out. But I mean, 7 days a week, 6 days a week, one off day, and normally cross training as well. And it's like 3 hours a day. So it's a lot of sacrifice, but I think if it's something that you really want, which I do and all of my teammates do, we're willing to put in the time. Like you make your friends and you spend time with your friends at the rowing club because you're just in a boat together all the time. So it's great. And then you just have to find a way to balance school with practice, which I mean, with early morning practices, after school you have more free time, so you could just fit your homework in then, and you're spending time with your friends, so it's great.
Well, that's interesting. And you got this big change coming up in your life very soon, as a commit to the University of Pennsylvania. But even before we get to that, because I'm sure the commitment will even increase more at that level in Ivy League school. Just describe an average day for you.
Well, in the summer, I would wake up, go to practice. Practice starts at 5, but I'd get there early. Yeah, pretty early. You got to get there early, though, like 4:45-ish. So not too bad. But I live a couple minutes away from the rowing club, so I just bike down, and it's pretty nice. Yeah, so we practice from 5 to probably 7:15. We're out rowing, and then I get off the water. I would go home, change, get ready for work, and then I'd go back down to the island. I worked as a camp counselor throughout the summer, so I would teach kids how to row. That was pretty fun. It was a great experience. I got to meet so many nice kids that are ready to row at the high school level, so that's exciting. So that was an 8-hour day of work, and then I would do some cross training afterwards, hop on the bike or go for a run or do my weights, and then come home and have dinner and go to bed.
It's quite a day.
Yeah.
It's quite a day. A lot of energy going on there.
Oh, yeah.
Now, to have the energy, you probably need to eat as well, too. What would be an average diet as well, too, for someone like yourself? I'm sure, as you said, you got to maintain the athleticism. Your endurance has got to be there, but there's a certain amount of power and strength that you need to have as well.
Yeah. Lots of protein, lots of carbs. When you get down to race day, you're just carbo loading the night before. Lots of spaghetti. And then, yeah, lots of protein bars, and then in the boat we actually eat sometimes. You bring like gummies or applesauce just for like quick refueling between pieces. So like if you're doing a really hard workout, your heart rate's going, and then you just need a little bit of refueling, so applesauce.
There's two things I kind of want to touch on, and they're completely different, but I'll start this way here too. I mean, how fortunate are yourself right now to be living in the St. Catharines, Port Dalhousie area? You have this beautiful body of water. I mean, I'm sure that's become your friend, like that area. You probably know it so well.
Yes. I love the water. I mean, I was looking through my photos the other day, and almost every photo I have that I'm bringing to university to hang on my wall has water in it in some sort. So I feel like living near the water, like the lake, Martindale Pond, and then like when I go camping, I'm just always on the water. It's just always there. So I feel like I'm very grateful to have that and have that opportunity to be at one of the best rowing courses in North America and be able to row here every single day.
digging deeper into that, when you're on the water, like, where are you? And whether you're in a 4s or a 2 situation, or maybe even, I don't know if you go up by yourself in a kayak or whatever, like, is there somewhere where you go to in terms of just a mental peace or something that?
Yeah, before a race, normally I get in this mindset, I just take a minute and I sort of do like a little meditation kind of thing. I take some deep breaths and I try to focus on what's directly ahead of me instead of like what's way in the future. It's just more of like focus for me. So I'm not thinking about what's happening tomorrow or the next day. I'm just thinking about the next couple strokes that I'm going to take, and how I'm going to execute that.
Is that getting in the zone for you?
I think so. For me, yeah, especially pre-race, I put my head down and I'm like, I don't care about the photographers or like the other people on the start line. I just think about what I have to do.
One of the other things that you brought up there that I wanted to touch, that, you know, we were so impressed with, about reading about you and your, well, where you are in your career right now, is your importance, or the importance that you place on helping others, and that's through coaching and volunteering. And I would ask you, why is that important to you, and where did that, I mean, I don't know, 17, 18 years old, I don't know if that's on the top of a lot of 18 and 17-year-olds, you know, list.
Well, I started volunteering at the hospital because I sort of grew up in and out of the hospital, and I saw my grandmother also is living in a home for people with dementia, so I sort of experienced that firsthand. So volunteering at the retirement home and at the hospital is sort of my way of giving back to the community. I know they've been there for me through everything, and I just kind of want to repay and give back and see what I can do.
And there's a violin aspect of this. The violin. Yes. Our news anchor Taz Boga would love this.
Oh yeah.
She grew up playing the violin her whole life.
Oh yeah, I play violin and piano. So we did a trio. It was my mom and my brother and I. Yeah, so we just go and play, and they would love it. I mean, I was there a couple times a week. It was pretty fun. Yeah.
I'm sure that was. Hey, now this is all coming to your next stage of your career, and you know, and I will start to use that word career because I think it's becoming a career for you, and that, you know, you have now accepted, you know, a commitment to going to the University of Pennsylvania. Your thoughts about that, the recruitment process, the decision to choose that school?
Yeah. So I started the recruitment process when I was in grade 10.
Wow.
You're allowed to start June 15th of your grade 10 year. So it was a while ago, and it was a long time coming. But I think it's really helped me with my life in general. Like when I go and interview for jobs now, I think back to those recruiting calls where they just kind of asked me a bunch of questions and I had to answer on the spot.
Like the Sportsline Podcast?
Exactly. I think it's really, it's become sort of a bigger like learning experience than just it's a university that I'm going to in a couple years, you know? Yeah, and then I traveled and visited the universities with my mom. That was a great experience too. We got to see firsthand the practices, meet all the girls, and just have a great time. Yeah, and then all my friends were also going through the same experience, so we kind of connected on that level as well. It was great to just like learn and grow together.
Now that you've made the selection, who else wanted you?
Okay, so I went to visits. I just wasn't sure if I could say, you know, but I went to Princeton, and then Duke, and Penn for official visits. But throughout my recruiting process, I had probably 20 different universities that I would call, and it's hard to manage sometimes. I would have like a folder in my Google Drive and just you would make different pages for each of them. So I would have questions and then their answers, and then I would sort of read them over and be like, what do I want in my university that I'm going to? Is it academics? Is it athletics? For me, it was both, finding that balance. And I think Penn's really a great opportunity for me in terms of both of those things, because I'll have great connections that I make. The girls were great when I went on my visit. The academics are unmatched. So I'm super excited for this next chapter.
That's awesome that you brought that up, because I'm sure that making the relationships with your new teammates is going to be a really important thing. Two things about Penn here. You've competed at the national, local, provincial, international level right now. NCAA, and I'm just thinking for like football, hockey, like it's a high level with people now that maybe you kind of dominated at one level of your career, and now everyone's almost as good as you.
Yes.
That's got to be an amazing challenge for you.
Yes, I'm super excited. I mean, like growing through high school, we obviously had some good seasons and we had some not so great seasons. But going into university, I'm super excited for the new competition that I'll have. I feel like in some races, like those early races in the season, it's just like my double partner and I just rowing down the course. But having some older, more experienced people to learn from and sort of experience my university career with is going to be amazing.
You're going to get pushed like you've never been before.
Exactly.
And I know an athlete like yourself, and I hear this from all high-level athletes, you want that.
I do. I'm super excited. I think that'll make me go faster and really push to achieve my goals.
Well, that's a great thing, too. The school aspect of it's like a whole new situation. Now, the whole new situation is, and I don't know how you are, because this is obviously for all of us that leave home and go to somewhere for whatever dream we want to accomplish. Are you ready to leave home?
I think so. I'm leaving tomorrow, so I better be. I know.
Really?
Yeah. Bright and early tomorrow morning, we're going down to Philly. So I think I'm pretty ready. I'm really excited. I mean, all my bags are packed. My clothes are gone. The car is on its way to being packed. I've said goodbye to everybody I need to say goodbye to, and I think I'm ready to start this university career.
I'm so excited for you. That just sounds amazing. The doors are opening for you right now. Obviously, you've kind of mentioned a couple of people that I think mean a lot to you, people that have helped influence your career. And, I want to bring up a couple pictures, and you can kind of just tell me what this person or these people mean to you. And let's start with this person here. Kennedy Bartel.
Yes.
What does this woman mean to you?
Kennedy and I go way back. We started rowing together grade 9. We met, I remember the first time we met, we were in the hallway, and I kind of ran into her, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Kennedy, because I've heard about her before. And yeah, we rowed grade 9. We rowed the double together. That was an experience. It was my first time actually rowing, so she sort of taught me how to row in a way, We had a great coach that year, and I also got to row with my brother as well. So from that year on, we rowed together every single year of high school, and I think every summer as well. So basically every season we've rowed together. She's one of my best friends, and we've just had a great time rowing together. We started in the double, and then the last 2 years we rowed in the pair together, and we're always stroke pair of the 8 or whatever boat we're in, if you know what that means.
I think I do know it. I've learned a little bit, and I've been teaching myself.
Oh, yeah.
And that's amazing, because we talk about the relationships. And the neat part about it, too, is she's kind of at a bridge of her career as well, too, just like yourself.
Yes.
She, too, where's she going to?
She's going to Northeastern.
Now, there's Northeastern. There could be some rivalries going on, would there not be?
Yeah, we'll see each other. I mean, not in, I have Ivy League championships, and she's in her own division sort of thing.
Conference, yeah.
Conference, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. But we'll see each other, hopefully, at NCAAs.
Now, hopefully that happened. What a great time that'll be, right?
I know.
How about this fella? Who's this fella?
Oh, that's my brother, my younger brother. His name's Sandy, or Alexander. He's the newest volunteer in our family. He is a boat holder down at the rowing club right now. So he used to work at the clerk's booth, which is when you put the numbers on the boats so that they know what lane they're in on the course. And he would check shoes to make sure that they're tied into the boat so that if you flip, you're not going to get stuck in the boat.
Yeah.
But now he's a boat holder. He's my biggest supporter in all the videos that my mom has of us coming down to the finish line. He's the only one you can hear. He's screaming for us as loud as possible. Yeah, I'm really grateful to have him cheering me on all the time.
That's got to be awesome. Your little baby brother. And imagine how he feels Well, first of all, you're leaving home, so he's got to be maybe a little sad. But like,
Yes.
you have, as you said, your biggest fan. I saw a picture of him and then learned a little bit about him, and to see that he's following in many of the footsteps that you and your brother, and what your parents have sort of set up in terms of responsibility and growing up. And like you said, 10 years old.
He's 10, yes.
10 years old. That's just an amazing. And there's one other person that we have, and she's floating around here in the Sportsline Podcast studio. Mom, can I get a quick word with you, Mom? Come on. This is Mom Sarah Johnson, and we're glad to have you on the Sportsline Podcast because, first of all, a lot of this probably starts with yourself. And just a quick word about how you feel about where your daughter is, where she's going on in life. I mean, you and I are a little older, and we have seen some things, and maybe you can just describe what Isabella's going through right now and what it means to you.
Well, I am so happy for Isabella. She's starting a new adventure. She's going to an Ivy League school. She's following a path that I took back in the day, but in a better and new and improved manner. She's going to UPenn, and she has grown up so beautifully over the past 18 years. I was looking back at photos. She just got a new haircut, and she had a similar haircut when she was a kid. And what a girl. She's grown up so wonderfully, and she's just a strong and independent woman, and I'm so proud of her strength and her trajectory on her new adventures.
And you've probably recognized the amount of talent that she has as well too, because like you said, you're still part of this sport. A little bit about your history.
My dad was rowing back in the day at Western University, and I was born and watched him row while he was in his second year of university. Can you believe that? And he is our inspiration. He loves rowing. He rowed at the university level, and when I grew up, I rowed in high school. I did quite well, and I was selected or recruited to go to Princeton amongst other schools.
Princeton.
Actually, we had repeat recruitment visits, so whatever she did, I didn't go to Duke, but I did the Penn-Princeton visit just the same as Bella, so I was bringing back all the memories. So yeah, it was wonderful.
I'm glad you brought that up, bringing back all the memories. Like, I mean, seeing your daughter going through that process, and to her, where she is in her life right now, it's the biggest decision of her life.
Oh, it's huge.
How did you manage that? Full knowing that you went through this.
I did, yeah. How did I manage going with her?
Well, no, just
I enjoyed that because I was not on the hot seat. I got to just remember and reminisce all the moments and look at the schools more objectively. Back in the day when I was going through this, I was like a deer in headlights. I didn't even know what an Ivy League school was, let alone all these other schools I was visiting. So it was a pretty new experience for me. But to watch her go through the experience, she's had a lot more exposure than I did at that age, and she handled it so wonderfully. And then to sit back and watch how she's interacting with the girls and the coaches, it's a really confidence-inducing experience. So I know she can handle it. I know she's not going to be as scared as I was, and she's going to be able to experience her academic and athletic exposure much more fully than I was able to, because I was in a different spot than she is. So
well, I think that's
wonderful.
For a lot of these kids right now that are getting scholarships and stuff like that. There's just so much more information and experience to lean on, and I'm sure from a mom's perspective here, because I guess from a parent and mom, dad perspective, even grandparents, you want to give a little input, but you don't want to give too much. You don't want to be too. I mean, there's got to be that fine balance too, right? Truly,
yeah, the fine balance. I sometimes try to give a little too much, and maybe it's not needed, right? She knows.
Because you love her.
It is. I want to be there every moment and protect her, but she needs to make as many mistakes as I did, and I certainly just kind of bashed my head against the wall the whole way through my life, and she won't make those kind of mistakes, but she'll have her own experiences and make mistakes and have successes and become the beautiful person she needs to be in this life along the way. So.
Final one on this. Did you see this coming? Like, was there, as I asked Isabella kind of thing, like, when did you figure out that you were kind of good, or like, I could do this? Like, you too, did you see this coming? Did you think, wow, the possibility of what she's going through now is going to happen?
As a little girl, I never thought that she would be who she is now. She was a very small little girl and very slight, and wow, she's so tall and beautiful and wonderful. And but as she grew, in about grade 8, you could see this athletic person blooming inside of this body, and just her confidence grew, and you could see, oh yeah, she's going to be able to do really big things, and she has. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Well, it's not a big thing, but I mean, we want to just somehow just kind of recognize you as obviously our first as well too, our CHCH Athlete of the Month. It's just a little token of appreciation for you. Hopefully you can put some of your rowing stuff in there as well too. When people go, what is CHCH? And you can let them know it's the local station that kind of noticed you on the way out of the area as well too.
Thank you so much.
You know, so I would wish you this. I would wish you congratulations. I would wish you not only for your sport, but your experience that you're about to go through. And Mom, it sounds like she'll be there right there on your side along the way to enjoy it. And I'm sure there'll be those times when you're cramming for exams and trying to balance life and, Mom, I can't take this. And Mom will be right there to help you, guide you through.
Yes.
First of all, congratulations on being our Rising Star Athlete of the Month. Congratulations on all that you're doing, what is going to be an outstanding career. And please, guys, keep in contact with us.
Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Wonderful.
You're an outstanding athlete, and we wish good things for you.
Thank you.
All right, folks. The search for our next CHCH Rising Star Athlete of the Month is underway. 21 years of age or younger from the Golden Horseshoe, please demonstrate exceptional performance, determination, and character. And we would appreciate you if you nominate by sending a video, photos, a list of achievements, just like Mom did over here, and send it to chch.com/Rising Star. Then tune in to CHCH News on the first Thursday of each month to find out who takes home the honor. Folks, that's your Sportsline Podcast for the day. And if you've just seen and heard, we love talking sports with winners. Please hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe button if you have something to say. We always appreciate your fine comments. For the people that make the Sportsline Podcast possible, I say thank you, and we'll see you soon.